Be scared. At the University of North Texas.
See, the thing is I need to be able to understand you. Well, the problem is I don't want to be reading the subtitles at the bottom of the screen the whole time. Oh, woe is me. I have been through one whole application, and I have found no one to watch terrible movies with. Whatever shall I do? No, out. I have worked with a unicorn before, burned down 16 orphanages. I'm evil, but come on. Out. What am I going to do?
Was that a unicorn just now?
Yes. Well, no. I don't know. Who are you?
Oh, right. I'm Sam. It's spelled with a Z, even though it's still pronounced Sam. But anyways, I'm an investigator. I'm here to investigate the paranormal occurrences that happen in Studio A.
Yes. The paranormal occurrences in Studio A. Yes. You're an investigator. You're here to investigate the spooky ghosts. Right. Am I correct in saying so?
You think this is a joke? You think this is funny?
A little. But, I mean, not that much, I suppose.
You know, this is serious business.
I'm sure it is.
My parents were murdered by ghosts.
Oh. I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
You know what? Full disclosure, they're actually alive. They're living up in Canada as we speak.
That's somehow worse. Why would you say that?
Well, I'm sorry, you were being mean and making fun of me, and I've never even seen an actual ghost.
Just like every other ghost hunter in the world, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, is there anything else you need?
Oh, yes. Can you tell me where Studio A is?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I can tell you where Studio A is. Quite simple to get there, actually. You go straight down the hallway. You take a left, to the second one, to be precise. And if you find yourself in the jaws of Cerberus, then you've gone too far.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, no. Thank you. Do you need anything?
No, I'm just here to pad time.
Okay.
Have you... I got a stitch.
Can I get you some?
Have you seen... It's got...
One word.
Hey!
Out with it, man!
Have you seen a unicorn run through here?
As a matter of fact, I have.
So there is one left. I thought they all perished in the great unicorn wars.
The Uniwars.
Have some gosh darn respect. Those of us fighting in the stink, boots on the ground, brothers face down in the mud and the glitter. We call it the war corn.
What was it even about?
The hopes and dreams of the innocent. Without those, the universe would have been thrown into 1,000 years of darkness.
Yes. Hammy, you fought bravely in those times.
Well, yes.
Your sacrifices have not been forgotten.
No, they haven't.
Well, actually, since you're here, something's come to mind. I've been, interviewing applicants, trying to find someone to watch a wonderful several movies
No,
with.
no,
If
no,
you
no,
could.
that's really not me. I don't really do that.
Oh, everyone loves movies.
No,
These
I
are
do
they're
the more
terrible.
outdoor stuff. No. I really gotta go. I would if I could. I gotta find this murderous unicorn. I gotta find him. I gotta kill him. I gotta eat him. I gotta wear his skin.
What was that last one? Well, it looks like it's just you and. He's gone. Well, this does give me an idea, though. I did send that girl to Studio A. I should go set the trap.
Wait, can someone come pick me up? I'd do it myself, but no legs. Oh, no, not you. Anybody but you. No, please. Oh, put me down. Oh, dear Zanu, help me.
It's kind of cold in here. There probably is a ghost here. Maybe there's a whole bunch of them. Damn, out of batteries. Please. Yo, your girl Sam here, and I'm doing another episode of Ghoul Patrol. We're here in Studio A, investigating the mysterious disappearance of the Be Scared crew. So, if there are any ghosts here, come on, speak up. Come on.
Hi, how do you do? Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you. I'm Brian. You okay?
She's never seen a ghost before.
Prince Hammy. I didn't see you there. It's been a while.
Stand up, Brian. I am no prince. No more. Actually, sit down. Your head's cut off. There you go. That's a good lad.
You're
Speak, woman.
a ghost. An actual living ghost.
Well, technically, I'm not living, and the preferred term is spectral American.
I think I need to sit down. Real ghost. Whew. Actual ghost. My camera. Oh my god. Damn. I must have broken it when I dropped it.
Yeah, sorry about frightening you.
It's fine. So, you're a part of the Be Scared crew?
Oh, no. I was just trying to find room 177 in this building, and I got so turned around that I ended up starving here.
What? You know that room is right around the corner.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, screw me, right?
I see you found the place.
Yeah, here it is.
Excellent.
Look!
Oh, yes, don't mind if I do. Thank you.
Do you not see the ghost that's sitting right there?
Ghost.
It's
There's no ghost here. It's a chair.
you know what? I'm just gonna go and retrieve my.
Oh, wait. No. You stay here. You can't leave. There's a hurricane. There's a hurricane coming, and yeah, you can't leave.
What?
Just you sit down.
I think you mean hurricane.
That's what I said. I said hurricane. You stay here. I'll go board up the place. Stay here. And I'll also put on a movie and make some popcorn.
I don't think there's a hurricane coming.
I agree, Brian. We're in the middle of Texas. I think something else is going on here.
Wait, did he just say start a movie? What is that?
It sounded like a lock.
Oh, I can't believe I sacrificed my body just to sit around and watch terrible movies for eternity. This is a drastic waste of an omnipotent, immortal being.
In Alaska, and then invading steadily southward, there were reports of a new species, the giant killer shrew.
Hope you brought some snacks. I've got some killer Shrews.
Sure is a lot of quiet out there. Almost smell it, can't you?
No, but I can feel it. That pressure's dropped so fast, it's almost made my ears pop.
Hurricane's got different ways of telling you it's there. Where is it?
Dead ahead.
What's that mean to us?
My boy, that puts our port right in the middle of it. There's a cove on the lee side, though. We'll snuggle up close to the bluff and ride it out.
What about the bottom?
Well, the chart shows it's good holding ground. It's clay. You know something? If this thing had an automatic pilot, I wouldn't have to put up with you.
Then you wouldn't have nobody to chew out.
We should be there in a couple of hours. These mills of yours keep running.
Look, automatic pilots can't play Dixieland jazz on them engines like I can.
Hey, Rook. Rook, come here. Take a look. There she is, dead ahead.
Man, that sure do look good.
A man named Craigus owns this island, doesn't he?
That's the name on the crate, Dr. Milo Craigus.
We'll unload tomorrow. I don't want this craft sitting high in that water when that blow hits.
You gonna ride stern, too, with a lot of water under?
That's right. That sea won't make up in that cove. That wind will have her whipping around like a kite. Slip forward and break out the heavy weather hook. Shacklet, make sure it's free to run.
I'll mount the shackle.
Good. Oh, she'll ride like a duck. If she swings too far to starboard, we might have to take a check line to shore. Hey, Rook, take a slant up that trail. Now, that's a rather strange setup, wouldn't you say?
Looks like somebody's getting rid of somebody, huh, Captain?
Maybe. Hard to tell.
I'm Dr. Craigus.
Thorne Sherman. I have your supplies aboard.
That's good. Nothing wrong with Captain Ferguson, I hope.
We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency weather alert. Residents of northern Dallas-Fort Worth area are advised to take all necessary precautions in preparations for Hurricane Jerry, which is scheduled to make landfall near Lake Dallas at about a few minutes from now, o'clock. On the scene right now is field reporter Eric Derrickson. How are things looking out there, Eric? Thanks, Derek. I'm here by Lake Dallas, and everyone here is waiting with bated breath for the incoming hurricane. All locals are advised for the next 30 minutes. Wind levels are going to pick up, and it's going to get really, really windy. It's not like it's going to rain or anything, but, you know, it's going to be hard to stand or climb a tree. Yeah.
All residents who answer to the name Mario and Griswold are advised to vacate the area or face certain death. Oh. I'm also getting that anyone with boats is going to be okay. They will be completely untouched by the storm, and so you're good. Yeah. All residents who also have livestock and or pets should keep them locked away and secure from the storm, or else the storm will turn them into unstoppable killer mutants who breed at an exponential rate. Back to you, Derek.
Sounds rough out there, Eric. Do people around here have their windows boarded up, or their doors secured, or anything like that?
I think you might be a little confused there, Derek. This is a hurricane alert, not a hurricane alert. Two completely different things. It's just gonna be a lot of wind, and eventually there's gonna be a lull in the storm for about, I don't know, 6 hours. But one thing's for sure, it won't be safe to leave for another hour and 8 minutes. So yeah. But one more thing. Make sure that you and your pets are all secure in a secure location, like a storm cellar, an adobe house, television studio.
Thanks for the info, Eric. Hi.
And Craig's. Hello. So you're the passenger?
That's right, Captain.
Oh, it's going to be nice having you aboard. I'm getting a little tired looking at Griswold. But we're not leaving today. In fact, we're not even unloading. That load will cut the roll in half. You expecting an invasion?
Yes, animals.
Game or otherwise?
Under certain conditions, it could be dangerous.
Hey, Rupp, you want to shake the kinks out? Limber up a little?
Not me, Captain Blight. You go right ahead and stretch your legs. That ship's gonna be bucking like a bucking bronc for long. Besides, I got some work left to do.
If you do come ashore, wear a gun.
Gotcha, Captain.
When I told you about the hurricane, you act like you didn't know anything about it. What's the matter? Your set broken down?
You've been out of communication for more than a week, Captain.
Can't it be fixed?
It's totally out of commission.
My assistant, Mr. Farrell, Jerry Farrell.
Father, perhaps the captain would enjoy a drink.
Well, of course. Will you join us in a cocktail?
Well, I've never been known to turn down a drink yet. I'll be glad to accept.
Fine. In that case, we'll have martinis. Mario?
Si, senor.
Mix them, please. Right this way, Captain. Come in.
You have everything here you need?
Oh, we are self-sufficient here. We have cows for fresh milk and chickens for fresh eggs.
We even have saddle horses.
Sort of a world all your own.
That's exactly what I've tried to create.
Well, to each his own. If you have to be isolated for your work, you picked a lonely little island.
Excuse me, please. I think I'll change.
Well, she's a little worried because you aren't leaving until tomorrow.
Well, I can understand that. But there's something else bothering her.
Radford? Radford? Radford, would you please step over here? I'd like you to meet someone.
Just a second, Doctor.
That could go on for hours. Dr. Baines.
There's no need to shout, Doctor. I'm right here.
I'd like you to meet Captain Thorne Sherman. This is my other assistant, Radford Baines. How do you do?
2 new litters since lunch, Doctor. Both support GT116.
That's good, but...
We can breed them to the 205 group in about 3 weeks. But I'd prefer to wait and expose about half of them to the Hoskins factor first. If you agree.
Good idea. Do you know there's a hurricane coming?
Hurricane? Well, I don't suppose there's much we can do about that. Glad to meet you. Sherman, wasn't it?
You have to excuse Radford. Anything that does not concern his project does not get through to him. Brilliant mind. He would starve at it if someone didn't remind him to eat.
Must be very interesting work. What's his field?
Biology. We specialize in genetics, heredity.
I'm afraid my interest doesn't run in that line, you know.
Think what would happen if you could isolate and identify the inherited factor in each gene.
Now, wait a minute. I'm afraid I'm not very good with pure research.
This is practical research. Generally, among mammals, the smaller the size, the higher the metabolism and the shorter the lifespan.
Is that right?
Well, I'm attempting to decrease the size while maintaining a low metabolism and resultant a longer lifespan.
For what reason?
Overpopulation. Not a problem now, but it will be in time. If we were half as big as we are now, we could live twice as long on our natural resources.
Father, may I speak with you a moment? Will you please excuse us, Captain?
Well, providing you drop the captain, I prefer Thorne. Tell me something, Doctor. Has a hurricane ever hit this island before that you know of?
I wouldn't know. You've only been here 9 months, and this place has been unoccupied for years.
Well, have you ever been through one?
Only the fringes.
Well, this one's building up very fast. Pressure drops very quickly in the center. I'd advise you to get some doors and windows open in this place.
Ventilators on the roof. And if you'll freshen Anne's drink, I'll go and check them.
I'd be happy to.
Thank heavens you're right today.
Why, are rations getting short?
No, it's more than that. Much more. We'll surely be able to sail tomorrow, won't we?
Possibly. But not probable. Not delayed, anyway. It takes a long time for a sea like that to quiet down.
Well, if you're worrying about me, you needn't. I'm a good sailor.
Oh, I'm not worried about you. We'll sail when the time's right.
Got them opened, all right. Well, Captain, let me freshen you a drink. One for the road. Not trying to rush you, but it will be dark soon.
I've invited Thorne for dinner, Father.
Oh, I see. If you're not worried about your ship, you're welcome.
I'll take a rain check on that dinner.
If you wish.
Father, I've asked Thorne to stay.
Progress, Doctor. This is the sole survivor of Group 30. 28 months old today.
Well, that's equivalent to 140 years to us.
That's right, yet it still maintains low metabolism without any sluggishness.
It's not the breakthrough, but it certainly sets our course. Radford, suspend series 52 through 96, and we'll concentrate on the rest.
What is that?
It's a Sorex cericidae.
Looks like a small rat. Smells like a skunk.
They have musk glands in their knees. And these little fellows are our subjects. They have a birth cycle of 10 to 14 days. And using them, we can establish traits. We can trace the progressions through a number of generations over a short period of time.
Well, how big do they get?
That's an adult. See, the muzzle is longer and thicker than the rat's. It extends over the lower mandible, see?
Does he bite?
Only when he's hungry.
Well, maybe you better take him. He doesn't know me.
All he knows is his next meal. He's just been fed. He'll be all right for another 8 hours. The shutter blew open. Radford?
I got it, senor.
Don't let that scare you. It's going to get worse.
Storms always frighten her, ever since she was a child. are not climbers. They are digging animals, like the mole. They feed only at night unless they're starving. And when they are hungry enough, they'll tackle anything regardless of size.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. If you leave 2 of them in a cage for 12 hours without food, the stronger will eat the weaker.
Like cannibals.
So we invented college students?
I've never thought about eating another college student.
Well, that makes you the weaker one.
Precisely. You see, their intense activity requires a tremendous amount of energy. To supply it, they must eat 3 times their own weight in food every 24 hours or starve. Radford, would you please take this? Take it away. Yeah.
So he invented college students. That makes you the weaker one.
Some call them bone eaters. When the flesh is gone, they'll eat the bones for marrow. All they'll leave are teeth, horns,
I could
hooves.
use another martini. Do you mind?
Of course, my dear. I'll get you one. There you are. Mario! Aquí, por favor. Mario will show to the bath and you'll freshen up a bit. Yebi el señor al baño.
Sí, señor. Sígame, por favor.
Excuse me.
Aquí, señor.
You got a problem too? ¿Qué pasó?
Nada. Nothing, señor. But you will leave on the ship tomorrow.
Well, I think that all depends on the wind and the sea, don't you?
Sí. Sí, señor. I don't know. Ah, you may joking. I feel the point. I've seen.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, if anybody else is concerned about my sailing tomorrow, why, you see they feel the point too, huh? I don't like to repeat myself.
Okay, señor.
I know, but I'm not saying that you created them, Jerry. I am saying that because of your drunken stupidity in leaving the cage door open, you created the horrible situation that now exists.
Look, Ann, this is a mistake any one of us might have made. And I'm getting a little sick of being called an irresponsible drunk. Now, believe me, I am. Excuse me.
Care for a cigarette?
Thanks. And thank heavens you arrived today.
You said that before. What's the strain?
That don't make sense. Please excuse me. But it seems like everything is coming to a head at once.
Oh.
I want to leave, but I want my father to go with me.
Well, then, why doesn't he?
We've discussed it many times, but he's adamant. I'm sure Jerry has a lot to do with this decision. He tried to convince me that the crisis will only last for a few...
For a few what? A few what?
Wow. This is certainly a cozy little scene. Might even be called intimate. Boy meets girl and all...
Stop it, Jerry. That remark is uncalled for. What I do or have to say does not concern you.
I can't disagree with you more, my dear. I'm concerned with everything you do, and I intend to keep it that way. Now, in my book, an engagement isn't a casual thing.
In my book, it isn't either. And last night ended ours.
Jerry doesn't do casual engagements.
You get it? Like Rochester from the Jack Benny Show.
Be reasonable. Everybody in the world is scared to death of something.
That's evident. When they came at us last night, you knocked me down getting inside the fence.
It's just that I can't stand them.
And I've discovered something I can't stand.
All right. But I advise you not to mention it to anyone. I'm going to complete these experiments with your father regardless of anything. Do you understand that? Nobody is going to take this chance away from me.
That's Captain Sherman.
Checking the weather, I'll get him. Captain, time for dinner.
Show where I show you how to cook various monster remains with various kitchen items. Today we're going to be cooking a down-home Texas favorite, the Killer Shrew burger. This is the Killer Shrew burger meat, processed already. So yeah. Today we're going to spice it up with some classic spider eggs. And with my witchy powers, I will summon them towards me. So. Yeah. Time to grind these spider eggs onto the patty, of course. You know, you want to get a good amount on there so you can taste it once it's cooked. All right, now it's time for the pan. So we're gonna go on over here and just plop it down. You hear that sizzle? Pretty good. All right, now time for the important part, the sherry. You're gonna want to get some sherry. Pour it on directly to the pan. It's empty. Come on, sherry. All right, forget the sherry. Let's move on to the sauce. For this, you're gonna want regular blender, some fresh tadpoles. They gotta be fresh, like wriggling around fresh. Giant toenails, generously donated by the great Zill. And Just simple avocado. All right. Oh, oops, I almost forgot the cup of cashews. Oh, but it seems this one got hungry and ate all the rest, which is a wonderful example of cashew overpopulation, but just an awful way to ruin this recipe. Now, back to the burger. The important thing about that is you have to get all the toxins out before you actually eat it. And so all you have to do is... But, you know, this is a very easily overlooked step, and you need to cut along the... Or you'll be stranded 15 miles in the middle of nowhere. So basically, if you don't do any of that, you will die. Now we're going to work on the buns. Now, these are magical buns with warts on them from toads. So we're going to put that right in there, set it to about 2 minutes, and just wait for them to toast while your patty is cooking. Actually, to be real with you guys, this is just regular bread. We couldn't afford magical bread. So, yeah. You know, they're almost ready. You know, that's cooking. It's just kind of a waiting game, so. All right, the buns are ready, which is the last piece of this puzzle. So now we can finally put this together. So you're going to want to grab the patty, with a spatula, of course, and put that right on there. And then for our special sauce, we're gonna just slather it all over this baby. So, you know, adjust it, and then there you go. Feel free to spread it. You can spread it on the bread. You can spread it on the meat part, the shrew meat, of course. And yeah, there it is, put together like a real chef. All right, this is it, the final product, the complete Killer Shrew burger. Now, I'm Rhonda Shrewart, and this has been, I gotta take a bite of it. I'm getting word from my producers that I have to take a bite of it to show, you know, my real enjoyment of the wonderful creation I just created, like magic. So, here we go. It's really good, really healthy.
You have to take a real bite.
And not a fake bite?
A real one.
Okay, yeah, a real bite, because, you know, it's, you know, it's a little bitter, but, you know, bitter is seen as, you know, cultural. So, here we go. I think you're going to take out some of the poison. It's really going dark now.
And now, on with the show.
As good as a mile, I always say.
You know, if one of those trees crashes through, it might just
Look,
knock the
honey,
whole...
any tree on this side of the house will fall away from it, so just relax. But I think I'd better go back aboard. I don't think I'm not grateful for your hospitality. I am. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thorne, your ship is safe. Please, stay here with me.
Why? You scared or lonesome?
Both.
I'll take a rain check on it.
Thorne, you can't leave. No one opens that gate after dark.
Well, who's going to stop me? You?
Well, this. No one opens that gate at night.
Now, look, I don't ask questions because it's against my principles. But wouldn't you like to explain that?
All right. Sit down and I will.
Give me the gun. It's not very becoming anyway.
Do you believe in fairy tales?
Well, I'm a little old for that sort of thing, but what'd you have in mind?
Well, I'll tell you about one. A true fairy tale. And you're right in the middle of it.
Oh?
Have you ever heard of a shrew?
As in taming
No,
of
the animal. Bradford called them Sorixoricity when he showed you one.
Oh, then shrew must be the common name for those cute little animals.
Cute. That's the last word you can use to describe those little monsters. They're the most horrible animals on the face of the earth. As Father told you, they breed within 3 weeks after birth. Their lifespan is around 1 year.
I know what your father told me, but what's that got to do with me opening that gate?
There are 200 or 300 giant shrews out there. Monsters weighing between 50 and 100 pounds.
I've been working out a lot lately. I can lift 50 to 100 pounds.
50 to 100. Wait a minute, you must be kidding.
I'm definitely not kidding.
That's as big as a full-grown wolf.
And what's more, they are beginning to starve.
No wonder you didn't want me to go out there. Thanks for saving my skin.
Well, I'm sorry I had to threaten you with a gun. But I didn't know how else to stop you.
Oh, it was very effective. But all you had to do was tell me about them.
Well, I hoped I wouldn't have to. But you changed everything when you started to leave. And I had to stop you some way.
You say there's 200 or 300 out there?
Ann!
Seriously, Jerry, cut it out.
That's right, Captain Thorne. And if you'd stuck with your rowboat and played captain instead of trying to play detective, you wouldn't have to worry about how many are out there, would you?
That's enough, Jerry. What's wrong, Anne?
Well, Thorne decided to leave. To dissuade him, I started to tell him about the shoes.
You might as well know the whole story as half of it. I guess we're all a little jumpy, Captain.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
6 months ago, we managed to isolate the pack to control in size. 2 litters are born. 6 individuals we kept for study. They were about the size of buckshot at birth.
Oh.
But the rate of growth was abnormal. They continued to grow. They were mutants. But they inherited all the negative characteristics of their breed. Somehow they managed to escape. But a month later, we saw one of their offspring. They were multiplying. We did everything in the world to exterminate them, but no apparent luck. Then we haven't seen any. Since daylight neither blinds them and they forage only at night, unless starving. But the fact that 2 of them charged Anne and Jerry at the gate last evening indicates that the available food on the island is nearing depletion.
Then what, Doctor?
They will exterminate each other. It'll take a couple days.
What do we do during that time?
Stay indoors and wait until it's over.
I'll get some wires glued down on the transformer.
I'm sorry. I'll get some lamps.
Mario! Mario!
Si, senor.
There's a lantern in the pantry. Light it and bring it in here. Bradford, light all the candles you can find.
All right, I will.
Where's the generator?
Outside. Can't get at it at night.
Here, let me help you.
The lantern will give you all the light you need. I will join you shortly, Jerry.
Well, Jerry, I felt she was sincere and made sense from her standpoint.
Wanting her father to leave the island with her makes sense? It'd be much better for the project if I went with her for a few days.
So anyway, I'll try anything.
As a matter of fact, I think I'll talk to the doctor about that. That might be the answer. And another thing, I don't take much to this Thorne Sherman. He looks to me like the type that'd try anything.
That left-handed dinner invitation. That was just to keep me here till after dark, wasn't it?
I wanted you here tonight. I thought something terrible was going to happen.
Why, you still feel the same way about it?
Not as much. Not since you're here and know everything. I love an open fire, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
The wind has a lonesome sound, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Like in Sweden, we don't have a wind this strong. You're a strange man, Thorne. I never met anyone like you.
Oh?
You seem so disinterested in everything. Aren't you the least bit curious? Don't you wonder about the unusual things around here? The guns, the fence, the shattered windows, my accent, anything?
I'll tell you something. I'm only interested in anything that concerns me. Then I do something about it. You're going to sail with me tomorrow, whether your father intends to or not.
Thorne, no! Father, Brad! Out there!
I don't think he was going out, Jerry.
I couldn't take a chance. He's fool enough to.
Don't be stupid. I had no intentions of going out there, opening that gate. Now somebody needed it. Did you hear it, Doctor? Sounded like a human voice. I was thinking of Rook.
It was the livestock. The shrews got into the barn.
What was it, Father?
It was the livestock.
Did Mario forget to bar those doors?
No. I put them in the barn myself. They couldn't get through the wood doors. They dug through the dirt floor.
Let me ask you something, Doctor. How could you expose all our lives, yourself included, with those things out there? All you had to do was get the Coast Guard or the Navy to come in here and burn them out. Those things got loose.
Any unusual experiment can produce unusual results. That's why I chose this island. It's isolated. Miles of open water in any direction. Our project is privately financed. It's not a problem for the government or military. And the world is in no danger. This species does not swim. And as far as the shrews are concerned, this island is their world.
Very soon, right here on this island, there's going to be a miniature reproduction of an overpopulated world. And you'll see the importance of what we're working to avoid.
I'm not concerned about all this theory. What I'm concerned about is our lives.
There'll be ample time to panic when they run out of food and go on a 24-hour forage.
How do you know they haven't already?
That's possible. Their main diet has been the small animals on the island. That source could have been depleted 18 or 20 hours ago. And that's why they went after the livestock.
There's still some food on this island before they reach the crisis.
Where? No worry about them digging in here. The floors are tile.
But the walls aren't, Doctor. They're adobe. Our safest bet would be on that boat.
You may be right. We can reach your boat in daylight. The shrews will gorge themselves on livestock. That should keep them lethargic for several hours.
There's no sense looking at the dark side.
And there's no sense minimizing a serious situation. It leaves you completely unprepared to cope with it. Now, we certainly can't make it tonight. That's out of the question. Maybe tomorrow. I haven't. We'll get some sleep tonight, but we'll have a watch, an hour and a half apiece. Doctor, you go first, and then Radford, Mario, Jerry, and then me. Shutter all the windows, make sure they're locked good and tight, check all these walls.
Come on.
No, I think I'll stay here by the fire. I feel safer. I couldn't stand it in that room alone.
All right, as you wish. But try to get some sleep.
I will.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Faith, and there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Clicking sounds, sounds that reveal the presence of radioactive rays. The instrument, a Geiger counter, is converting radioactivity into sounds we can hear. This radioactivity is coming from a small piece of radioactive material inside this plastic cylinder. The small amount of radioactivity coming from the cylinder is harmless. The luminous dial on this watch also gives off radioactive rays, which we hear on the Geiger counter. Even when there's no radioactive material near, the Geiger counter continues to click. This is caused by cosmic radiation that continually bombards us from outer space. But we don't get enough cosmic radiation to harm us. Today, atomic scientists produce radioactivity in large amounts. Radioactivity and radioactive materials have many peacetime uses. But we know, too, that they can be used harmfully, as in atomic bombs. The chance of your being hurt by an atomic bomb is slight. But since there is a chance, you must know how to protect yourself. To protect yourself, you have to know what the bomb does. Besides blast, there's radioactivity and heat. Can we protect ourselves from these? These children are protected. Concrete walls help stop radioactivity. Any wall stops the heat. The heat scorches the house, but does not harm the children. Any solid gives some protection. The thicker it is, the better. We have the national defenses to intercept an enemy, and we all form a team to help each other through emergencies. You are on that team. So is your family, each member of it. And in your community, every doctor, fireman, every policeman and nurse, every lineman and operator, every civil defense worker, in fact, every community employee is ready to help you if you need him. So your community is prepared for emergencies and ready to help other communities. We have state and national headquarters for civil defense. And your city has a civil defense corps. We have a warning system and a system of defense. Yes, we have the equipment and the people for an effective team. But, like any team, it can win only when everyone knows his job and does it well. What is your job? What if a warning siren sounds? What should you do? Look for cover, the nearest cover. Don't try to make it home unless home is the nearest place to go. Don't hesitate. Find cover. Everyone is in on this. Strangers will understand. Finding shelter quickly may save your life. If you can't get into a house, get behind a wall or a steep embankment on the side away from the city. Civil defense teams will go into action immediately. If you're home, you've work to do.
Hi, Susie. Everything's fine upstairs. How you doing here?
Okay, I guess.
That's good.
We repeat, cover windows to protect against the possibility of broken glass, heat, and radioactivity. Turn off fires. If you are home and are not assigned to civil defense duties, go to your prepared shelter. Those who are in shopping centers, go to prepared
Well,
shelters
fire in the kitchen's
immediately.
out. Now we'll go down the basement.
In this practice alert, we are assuming that the attack will come on the waterfront area.
See, it's just practice. All this rushing around for nothing.
Now, there's just where you're wrong. We need this practice. Now, come on, let's do our job.
That's good thinking. We all need practice. Here's a clean, well-prepared shelter in the basement. Ted and Sue have a battery radio, and they have soda ash and stirrup pump fire extinguishers. They have other emergency supplies, too. A flashlight, a well-equipped first aid kit with plenty of bandages, tape, and scissors. A Red Cross first aid book, a few cans of food, a good supply of water, blankets, and an electric lantern in reserve.
You know, Susie, this stuff would come in handy on a camping trip.
I'd a lot rather be on a camping trip. Say, what would we do if we didn't have a basement?
At school, they told us we should be away from windows and behind double walls. You know, like an inside hall.
Ted's right. If you live in an apartment house, you can't all go to the basement. Head for a shelter area. If none is marked for you, find cover away from windows and in a hallway if possible. Wait for the all clear. Be calm. If you're on the playground, run for shelter. If you're in the schoolyard, get into the building. Move quickly, but in good order. Inside, go to the shelter area you've been assigned. Take your place on the floor. Here's one good way to protect your eyes and neck in case of a bombing. Wait for the all clear. So far, you've been watching a practice drill. But what if there is a bombing that comes without warning? What is your job then? Find cover immediately. Don't look at the flash. Stretch out. In about 1 minute, the immediate danger is past. Then head for safer cover. Another bomb may fall. Get indoors if you can. Shed your outer garments. They may have radioactive particles on them. If you're home, take shelter and stay down for about 1 minute. By then, the danger from radioactivity, heat, and blast have passed. Protect your eyes and neck.
Let's get things shut up.
Sue found shelter under her bed.
Dad, let's get the battery set.
When the house current is off, that battery radio is essential. Keep tuned in.
The airburst of 3:01 p.m. was zeroed on Union Station. Heavy damage extends from about 14th Street north to as far south as the waterfront.
You know, we're lucky. That blast was miles
Stay
from there.
undercover unless you have civil defense to... I've just been handed a bulletin. There's been an underwater burst at the waterfront. Water thrown up by the bomb is falling as mist and rain, and it is radioactive. Avoid this radioactive mist and rain.
What does he mean by radioactive mist?
According to what Dad said, the radioactivity gets into the mist and rain. And if the mist or rain gets on you, it's apt to make you very sick.
What would you do about it?
I'd scrub thoroughly with a detergent and water.
What's a detergent?
It's something like Mom uses when she washes dishes and clothes.
Don't drink tap water. It may be contaminated.
Ted and Sue are waiting for the all clear.
I'll see who it is. Hello, who's there?
It's your block warden, Mr. Carlson.
Come on in, Mr. Carlson.
Hello, Ted.
Hello.
Ted, this is Mr. Franklin, our radiological monitor. He's here to check for any radioactivity. I saw your mother down the shopping center. She's fine. Well, there's no damage here.
No, it's been very good here.
Hello, Sue.
Say, have you seen my dad lately?
He's down at headquarters, and boy, he's really busy.
Yeah?
Well, there's no radioactivity here.
Say, Mr. Franklin, is that a pen on your coat there?
Oh, no, that's a dosimeter.
A dosimeter? Well, what's a dosimeter?
Well, it measures the amount of radioactivity that I've been exposed to. But this is the meter that I used to check with.
Say, Mr. Carlson, is there anything I can do outside to help?
No, Ted, everything is under control. You just stay here till the all-clear signal is given. You've done a good job.
Thank you, Mr. Carlson.
Bye, Sue.
Bye.
A good job. That's what everyone must do to be safe. Doing a good job means simply following the rules in an alert or an attack and waiting until all is clear again. In this early and troubled stage of the atomic age, our very lives may depend on always being alert.
Senor Farel, here is Mario. You are next to make the patrol, no?
Sure, Mario. Come on in. I've been waiting for you to finish. I must have dozed off. You kind of startled me. Sit down. Here. Have a drink. It'll help you to relax.
Gracias, senor.
Sit down. Just a while. You just checked every room in the house, didn't you?
Si.
Fine.
You know what I've been thinking about, Mario?
You're a good man, Mario.
Our future, Senor Jerry?
A man that can be trusted. You know what I've been thinking about, Mario? Anne and that captain. You and me. Imagine an intelligent girl like her going for a common sea tramp like him. I know why. You do too. In case anything goes wrong, she's looking out for her own hide. That's why I keep thinking about you and me. Anything goes wrong, we're gonna outlast them all. I'm going to trust you to take my turn at patrolling the house. But when you finish, don't wake the captain. Come back here and get me. See, I'll probably feel good enough by then to take his turn. Okay, Mario?
Si.
Okay.
Señor, it is Mario.
Oh, Mario, mine. What is it?
There is a big raton in la bodega.
A shrew in the cellar?
Si, I hear him singing down there.
Well, how did he get in?
The storm broke out the kitchen window, but I closed it off. He went down there.
Why should he go down there?
The food for the little ratones. I put it out to defrost. They love it.
What, did you tell Jerry?
No, senor. Here is your turn next. Here is una luz. We kill him, no?
Yeah. And wake up. A shrew got in. It's all right. He's down in the cellar. Now we're going down after him. But I don't want you to let anybody open that door till I tell you to. You understand? Good girl.
Strength, our only weakness.
Okay. Open it just a crack. Open. Hold on to it. Okay. outside.
I'm not a shrew.
Mario?
Aquí. You see anything? I see where he was. I do not see where he is.
Cuidado.
Si, senor. I will be careful. And he also got busy.
You all right down there?
Doctor, get down here quick! Mario?
He's dead.
Dead? I got this on him right away. He couldn't have bled to death.
Might as well let go of it. Won't do him any good now.
What could have killed him?
I'm not certain. Till the autopsy.
Hemotoxic syndrome.
I'm afraid so. We'll know after pathology.
Doctor, that's not the same animal you showed me. That's a monster.
As I said, they are mutants. In controlling the size factor, we seem to have crossed some of the other characteristics.
Well, you certainly did a good job of it.
I've known that for some time, Captain. Would you please give me a hand with Mario? Bradford, bring up the animal.
An extremely high poison content in the shrew's saliva.
Now compare it with this. Careful count isn't necessary. Any indication of the same poison in Mario's blood will give you the answer.
Yes, you're right.
Look, Ann. Brooding about it's not going to do any good. Now, why don't you try to think of something else? Tell me, what do you do around here? Are you a scientist?
I'm a zoologist.
Oh. That's the study of animal life, isn't it? Well, do you specialize? What do you specialize in?
They died. Well, I had a hand in this, too. And I'm partly to blame. But this ends it. If we ever get off this island, I'll never have anything to do with it again.
What will you do?
Live normally, like normal women do. May seem a little dull after the life I've been living. But rather dull and alive than excited and...
I'll take a dull, alive woman every time.
say, Thorne, the autopsy has proved what we suspected. Several weeks ago, I concocted the most virulent poison I could with the materials I had at hand. And we put it out as bait. Mario was killed by poison.
Doctor, I wonder if you thought the system of the Sorex enabled them to assimilate that poison. It remained in the salivary glands of their jaws. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, thank you.
Well, I am sorry. Of course, I always speak from the clinical point of view.
Well, don't you have something to counteract that poison?
Once Maria was bitten, I'm afraid there's nothing anyone could have done. This indicates that we cannot afford to get even so much as a scratch from these animals. They are more poisonous than snakes.
What, do you think they're all affected?
Best way to find out is let them all bite you and see which bite you die after.
We might just all get that chance, Jerry. You included. Doctor, I've closed all the doors in the house. I suggest we do the same thing with this hall and this lab. It'll cut down the chances of getting in the front of the house. I think if we keep a close watch on those walls and windows in there, we might make it till daybreak.
The walls are 2 feet thick. Do you think they have a chance to dig in?
Of course there's a chance. Anywhere that plaster's off, that adobe's as soft as mush where that rain hit it.
Today on Inside the Director, we have the distinct pleasure of speaking with the man behind the shrews, Mr. Ray Crispies.
Why, yes. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm always willing to educate the public about our important work.
Yes, wonderful. Now, your film was a cult classic, so I'm told. I suppose it could be considered important work.
Film? Yes, that too.
So, why don't you tell us a bit about what inspired you to undertake this project?
Well, you see, overpopulation is a massive challenge that human society must now recognize. In order to prevent widespread catastrophe, the population must be contained. I performed countless experiments hypothesizing solutions for dealing with the problem, but the scientific community has refused to acknowledge my genius. In the end, they will be the downfall of us all.
So, your solution was to make a movie then, was it?
Well, this knowledge must be passed on to the public and brought to their masses. The episodes at the Academy will finally recognize my senses. That will be acted on by the panic of the masses.
Yes, the best way to convince your peers of a solution to a valid problem. Logically organized arguments and clearance rack dog costumes, eh?
Exactly.
Now, how did production go about?
Entirely as I expected, all according to the plan.
It's a bit of an outlandish idea. You really had no problems executing it.
Absolutely not. Everything was as it should have been. The gate being left open was the part of the plot, and the actors signed waivers in order to prevent legal action against me.
Of course, but wait a moment. None of the actors were harmed, were they?
Maimed is the... No, they were not. I mean, what did you expect with giant shoes? They must eat 3 times their body weight every day in order to survive. Part of my ingenious design, I must say.
I was told there were dogs used in production, not actual giant shrews.
The project resulted in the best movie of the last century. A complete success. Of course, we wouldn't cheat it out of actual shoes, would we?
Huh. Oh, look, that's all the time we have for today. We'll be right back after these messages. And as for you, for God's sake, man, get some help.
9!
You're more of a madman than Al Gore. Aha! See? That is the price of your ignorance. Lay there and suffer. Putting actors in harm's way. Ah!
And now, on with the show.
Knock, knock. Shrew delivery.
It's not a bad idea, Doctor. But here's another possibility, Doctor. It's very light out. It's going to be daylight soon. We'll take the shrew that killed Mario and throw it over the fence and use it for bait. If they show up for it, of course, they'll run for the boats out. But if they don't, then I'll go down and have Rook lay to with a lighter. Then I'll return to the bend and the trail and give you the all-clear signal.
Sounds fine, Captain.
Good. Then you explain it to the rest.
Yes, I will.
What was I supposed to do again?
Well, the bait's been out for 20 minutes. Nothing's touched it.
Even the wind has gone down. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm afraid it's not over, my dear. It's just a lull. There'll be a lot more.
He's right. I'll be back at the bend shortly. Now, you watch for my signal, huh?
You can't go alone.
I'll go with him.
Not you, Father. You haven't even fired a gun. Take Red or Jerry.
Sure, I'll go. And you'll be sure of getting the signal.
Don't shoot that gun unless you have to. We've only got 20 rounds altogether.
I know that as well as you do. Sherman, you stay away from her.
You have that gun pointed at me?
Right at the middle of your back.
Look, we got enough problems without worrying about Ann.
I'm telling you, stay away from her, or when the Shrews get through with you, they won't even find the buckshot.
All right, follow me, Pilgrim.
Where's this gift?
I'll follow that check line. I gotta find him.
Since last night, you won't find much of him.
Would you shut up?
I'm not going back.
You're what?
I'm staying here.
All right. You suit yourself, but if I were you, I'd swim out to that boat.
Can't swim. Then stay here. Wait a minute. You gotta give me a gun.
Give you a gun?
Sherman, wait!
The gun we had on the boat. They don't leave much, do they?
Sherman, we gotta make a deal for it.
What is it? Shh. They've been trailing us on both sides.
Where? I didn't see anything. Look, Sherman, you gotta give me a gun.
All right. Whatever you do, don't you run. And you stay in front of me, because I don't trust you.
They're coming! Open the gate! Open! Open the gate! Open the gate!
You can let him in. Let him in. Jerry, open the door!
Jerry, the Shrews were out there. I couldn't take a chance.
For heaven's sakes, Doctor, stop them!
All right, didn't he have it coming, or didn't he?
What happened out there?
Oh, nothing much. Jerry just tried to kill me twice in the last 5 minutes. Rook came ashore last night. He's dead. This is all was left. Won't do us any good. It's got no ammo.
I'm deeply sorry, Captain. I wish you had followed your orders.
Look, Doctor, you casually mentioned animals. You didn't explain to us what we were facing out there.
You have every right to feel the way you do. My mistake was only mine. It was one of judgment. I didn't know about the hurricane. I didn't anticipate the effect it would have on the Shrews. I thought the house would be safe through the crisis.
How could you expose your own daughter? How could you expose Anne to that?
She was going to leave last week, but the boat didn't come.
I need a drink. Anybody else care for one?
I could use some coffee.
I'll make some.
Thank you, madam.
Creamy sugar.
Yeah, kill him.
Slam the door!
You all right, Doctor?
He just ripped my trousers, that's all.
Are you sure that's all there is?
I'm completely aware of it, Doctor.
That was a stupid waste of ammunition. Every one of them a clean mess. There's still 4 of them in there.
How did they get in?
Through that kitchen window. That rope must be rotten.
It's got him! Rat. He's dead.
Oh, no.
You recorded every symptom and reaction, right up to the moment of his death.
Jerry, tear down one of those drapes and cover him up.
Sure. Craigus will cover Ann, and I'll cover him. You'll cover me, but who'll cover you? Shut up! We can get on the man-old sway for the shit. Shut up!
Now, you stop sniffling and think!
It'll take a
right to get us out of here.
It won't take them long to dig around this.
You're right. No telling where else they're digging, too.
Come on, patio.
There's not enough stuff here to barricade those walls. I'll tell you, we'll pile some of those crates up over there. The roof's our last chance. Here, help me, Doctor. All right. Find something light. All right. Here, help me with that, Doctor. George, see if you can find some more. Doctor. Yes? Use these chemical drums as tanks. Individual tanks. Here, I'll show you. All right. Stand down here. Let it down now. All right. Slow. All right. You all right? Yeah. All right. It'll work. It'll work.
But these drums are too tall for the base. If the shoes don't push us over, the wind will.
Not if we lash them together. Huh? All right. Hey, are there any more around here?
Only that one over there.
Have any cold chisels or hammers or anything I can knock a hole in here to make some eyepieces?
There are some tools over there in the store. All right.
Hey, here's another one. Hey, get that out there. We'll work on it. Hey, that's even better. Give me a little more slack. Get some rope and put it on that latch so we can reach from the ground.
We just want to sell you cookies. We totally see you.
All right, we're all set. It's going to be rough, but we should be able to duck walk to the beach. Where's Jerry?
There's a lot of them out there. I can see them. I'm not going.
Look, come down here. That wind will blow you right off that roof.
I told you, I'm not going. I'm staying here.
You got to get them down here somehow. And see if you can coax them down here.
Jerry, please come down with us.
No, Ann, they'll get you if you go out.
Come down here, you fool! Poor devil, I hope he makes it.
If he can't leave, he's not responsible for himself.
He's got to go now. I'm going to open that gate.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, here they come. Hold on! Hold on! Man, what's the matter? Your side's dragging. You want to rest? You tired?
Mira, go faint. Everyone does ya can interfere.
What'd you say?
She says she's all right. She's keeping her eyes closed.
All right, keep your eyes closed. They can't get at you through the slit.
This empty drum is too heavy for her. I can barely hold up my side.
I'll be all right in a minute.
All right, you walk. I'll drag for a while. Listen, don't let their head get under. They'll flip us over.
Oh my God, it's Jerry. We love you, Jerry. We're your biggest fans. Come sign our stuff.
He got my foot.
Check your foot.
No, my foot is free, but he got my boot.
Is there a scratch?
No, not a mark.
Keep moving. Let's go! Let's go!
Don, I don't think
What?
Son! Quick, son! Son, we're close!
We'll hit the water soon. It doesn't sound like they're following us anymore.
We better work deeper.
I'm about drowned out.
Okay, let's swim for it.
Okay. We understand the waters. We are safe, aren't we? I mean, the storm.
Oh, sure. She rode out the first half all right, and that's always the roughest. Anyway, riding at anchor, I'll get a chance to learn a little more about that Swedish accent.
In 24 hours, there'll be one shrew left on the island, and he'll be dead of starvation. An excellent example of overpopulation.
Well, you know something, Doctor?
What's that?
I'm not going to worry about overpopulation just yet.
Overpopulation.
That was...
Good?
Bad.
Terrible.
All right, so I couldn't find the popcorn, but I did find this plant, and I felt like maybe we could make a nice salad out of it. Did I miss the movie?
Yes. Now I have to get going.
Oh, no, don't go. No.
No. It's too dangerous to go out in a hurricane.
I'm pretty sure there's no hurricane.
You have to get me on camera.
That thing's broken.
Look. I'm going to level with you here. It's so lonely here. I get so alone. I have to watch all these movies by myself, and none of them are good. You don't understand. You can't leave.
You can't just keep me here.
You're right, but... my apologies. I go a bit crazy sometimes, being all alone here watching all these awful movies. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, I think that Skull talks.
I do talk.
He does talk.
He doesn't talk. But you're right, like I said, I will go unlock the doors, I will unboard the windows, and I will turn off the time vortex.
Time vortex?
Nothing.
Time vortex. Of course. That's why I can't leave this studio. Me and Hammy.
Hammy and I.
Hammy and I are eternally stuck here in a recurring negative space loop.
Sounded like a Lox again.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't let you leave. I've been alone for far too long.
Look, you can't just lock me here.
I just did.
I can't be stuck like this in this time loop forever.
Oh, no, you'll still age.
Indeed, it's after you die that you'll be stuck here for all eternity.
I've got to find a way out of here and stop this time loop.
Good luck.
Well, old chums, I hope no one is going to be scared.
Hammy.
Oh.